All right. Well, good evening. My name is Claudia. We are going to be having today our class, which is going to be for our first conditional. So I'm going to start just sharing my screen before we move on. Just let me know whenever you're able to see my screen, okay?
Okay.
Okay, where am I right now then? So right now, the computer is just loading, so we can go ahead and start. Let's see. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I am.
All right, perfect. So we are going to be having today our class, which is for the first conditional. As you can see here on the little image, let me just go ahead and put here the presentation. All right, there we go. So as you may see, there's a little image that shows possibility, which is racing. Have you ever heard about the first conditional?
No, it's my first time. I
Okay,
never heard about it, so if you can explain me that, it might be awesome.
perfect. So the first conditional is very, and as the image was showing up before, it is used for talking about possibilities. We use it to talk about things which might happen in the future. And of course, as it says right here in the presentation, we cannot know what will happen in the future. But using the first conditional will describe possible things, which could easily come true, things that most likely are about to happen, which is something that we can kind of like infer or something that we can try to, let's say, like if it's um, almost a reality. So, for example, if I don't eat early, I'm going to be feeling hungry later on. So that is how we are going to be using. How have you ever tried to, let's see, let someone know about a possibility about something that might come true or something that might happen, but you don't know how to explain that?
Maybe yes, but I don't remember exactly on a specific time thinking about that. So um, I never tried. So
You never tried. Well, this first conditional is the perfect way or the perfect structure that you can use them in order for you to tell someone, if you do this or if this happens, then this most likely is going to be the result. And so we can start then. Um, let's move on then. And let's take a look at the structure. This is how the first conditional goes. We use if to mention that there's a possibility. If is considered as a condition. So we might say, if something happens, that means that most likely something might happen. Then we have the present simple. Um, then we are going to be using the modal will because we don't know exactly what is going to be happening because we know that there is going to be a result. And so it might happen in the future. Plus infinitive. We are going to be using the verbs in infinitive. Why? Because we already have a modal, which is also, this is a modal or also considered as an auxiliary. So this modal is going to be making the following verb to be on an infinitive form because this will is already helping to the verb. So we talk about a condition. We are going to be using the present simple. If I do something, if I work, if I eat. That's the structure that we are going to be following then. Do
okay,
you?
teacher, but I have a question. I don't know if I can ask
Sure, go
you.
ahead.
Um, I just wanted to know when is the specific situation in which I will use the first conditional. I mean, in real life context, like daily situation.
Yeah,
What situation would be this one?
it would be exactly whenever you are not sure about what is the result of something. For example, we might say, um, what would happen to me if I don't bring my homework? So sometimes we don't know how to express a possibility. So this is a way in which we are going to be expressing a possibility. This might happen. And so there are some people, and it also happened to me once. I didn't know how to explain something. A person came and asked me, I don't want to do this. What do you think that I don't want to do my homework, for example? What do you think the result can be? What is the result that I'm expecting if I don't do my homework? I don't know how to say that. And so we come and we use this first conditional. The first conditional, as the name says, is going to be in order for you to express what might happen as a result depending on the situation, which is the example I was bringing before. What happens if you don't eat? If you don't eat early, or if you don't eat anything, you're going to be feeling hungry. If you don't sleep well because you wanted to watch a movie, because you had a lot of homework, because you wanted to go out at night, if you don't sleep well, then you are going to feel sleepy tomorrow. You will not feel good tomorrow. You will feel sick. So these are some situations in which this first conditional can be very used, so you can express that kind of result that might happen depending on the scenario. I don't know if that
Okay, got
makes
it.
it.
But it means that this result it not always will come true, right? It is just a possibility.
Yes, as it was explained also here, as it was mentioned, I'm sorry, it's just a possibility. We don't know exactly what is that is going to be happening in the future, but this result that we say that might happen is most likely to happen. Most likely, what we can say that it's like the first option or the most likely thing that might happen if you fell down. If you fell down, for example, or if you throw something on the floor, that it's something made of glass, for example, it might break. But there could have been a pillow, there could have been someone's hand. So it's not 100% sure that will happen, but it's just a possibility. And there can be more than just a possibility, because that is something that we are not for sure if it's going to happen or not. So there is more than a possibility. It's just something that might happen, but it doesn't mean that exactly that thing will happen. Um,
Okay, got it. Got it.
all right, perfect. So we're going to be also taking a look right here at how this works. We're going to be watching a short video on how this first conditional works. So let's just go ahead and take a look right here. Give me 1 second. Are you able to listen to the audio?
Yes, I am.
All right, perfect. pause right here. If we can take a look, the video shows also some more examples on how to use the first conditional. And we see here, as the structure says, if, which is a conditional, and then the present simple, I pass my exams, or if I get good scores, for example, then we are going to be using the modal will, and then the verb, go. As you can see here, the verb is on infinitive, is not changed, and is not conjugated with something. And then we have just the complement of the statement. If, then we have here the present simple, then the will, and then the verb. I'm just going to be making another little pause. We can also see here there are many ways in which we can also try to use this first conditional. This is a different way in which we are expressing our ideas. Sometimes, or the most common way, is to bring first of all the situation, and then we bring the result. But it is also possible, as we have right here in front of the screen on the example, that we can bring the result of the situation that might happen. At the end, we are still providing with the same information, and we are still providing the same message. So I just want to bring that right here into your attention. We have the same structure that we had before, it's just a different order. We use the modal will, the verb, which goes always on infinitive, the if, which is our conditional, and the present simple. It's just that it has been arranged in a different way. Let's move on.
Created using Powtoon.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let's see here. So that was our first video. We're going to be stopping this for a moment. That was our first video. Then we are going to be taking a look at the presentation that we got. Our presentation also shows some other examples that we can take advantage of. There are a lot of resources online. I'd like you to help me out. Can you help me out to read these examples that we have?
Okay. First conditional structure: if plus simple present, simple future, will one plus verb infinitive form. Usage: to talk about possibilities in the present or in the future. Example: if it rains, I will stay at home. If I woke up late, I will miss the bus. And if it's sunny, we'll go to the park. If Juan leaves, Paula will be sad. If I find your email, I will send you the picture. If you study hard, you will pass your exams.
Thank you so much, appreciate it. Then we have some others. If you go to Greece for holidays, I can recommend a hotel. If you can see here, there are some other things that can be also used. If you aren't here by 10, you'll miss the bus, which is what we were mentioning before, things that most likely might happen if you arrive early. We are going to see a film, we are going to go somewhere else. So now that we have checked out, Jonathan, I'd like you to help me out. We have taken a look already at the example, so let's go ahead and practice together. We have right here some scenarios. And so what we are going to be looking for is on the result. Can you help
Okay.
me out to read?
Okay, if I do not eat early, I will feel hungry later.
Correct. Let's move on.
If she gets late for the test, she will miss the exam.
Correct.
If I do not use solar protector when I go to the beach, I will get some sunburns. If
Most
I
likely.
do not exercise, I will get chubbier. If I need money, I will work.
Good.
If I do not like the place, I will leave that place.
Mm,
If I have a pet, I will take it to take a walk.
mm.
If I feel tired, I will go to the sleep. I'll go to sleep.
All right. Thank you so much. And so, such as that example, such as those examples, these can be used in our daily life. You never know when you might need to express something like this. And so, in order for us to make sure that we have understood everything in regards of the topic, we just have one exercise that we need to go through. Let me just go ahead and bring that to the chat. I'll go ahead and share with you a link. This link is going to be in order for you to get into this website so you can work with some examples in order for you to exercise and in order for you to get to know how things are going on, how you are getting conditional. And of course, if you have questions or something, remember that I'll be here. I have
Okay.
already shared it with you through the chat. Let me just confirm here. Let me know if you have it.
I have it.
Perfect. Okay, so in that case, let's just go ahead and work on that. There are just a couple of exercises. You're going to be having like 3 or 4 minutes in order for you to just work on that. So any questions, do not hesitate to ask. I'll be here, okay? I'm also going to be working on that. Okay, let's see. Here we have a couple of examples also in order for you to get like an idea of what's going good and what's not. So that would be just the first part. how are we going? Are we going? Do you have any doubts at the moment?
I'm working on the exercise. I think everything is clear so far.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So let's just go ahead and take a look at how we are going. At this moment, I think we have covered the basics in regards of this topic.
Okay.
And so now that we have checked out what the first conditional consists on, now that we have also taken a look at some examples, and now that we have checked some exercises with our knowledge, I'd like to know if you have questions or if you would like to double check or review some information now that we are just getting to the end of the class.
No, I think everything's clear. I have understood all the topic, and I think I got 10 in the exercise.
Glad to know that. In that case, if possible, when you finish up with the exercise, while we're waiting for the results, you can just post the image on the chat. And so I'm going to be taking a look at it later in case you haven't finished yet.
Okay.
All right, perfect. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for your help, and it's been a pleasure for me to talk to you and to work together with this. I really hope that we
Okay.
can continue doing it.
Thank you
Have
for
a
your
good
work, for your effort. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So I'm going to be stopping the recording here then, and
Okay.
so we can. All
Bye.
right. Have a good night then. Bye bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There we go.